Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Go. Okay. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Alright, let me pull up your op.gg while I'm sharing screens. You can see my screen, right?
Um, yes.
Okay. Let me move this out of the way. So there's nothing to obstruct our view. Uh,
This one's pretty much the opposite situation of the other one.
what do you mean? Can
Like,
you
I got
just...
a huge advantage early, and then we end up losing the game.
Okay. Let's see how you could have used your advantage. Which game? we only have one replay. Is this the 17-6?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me ask you, for the other thing is how updates, like how have you taken anything I have told you from the last time because of this, it was only one game, but um, how have you taken anything from the last time and translated it onto trying to do something for this one? I can't teach you
Um,
mechanics, I can only teach you like concepts and game knowledge, like what to do at certain situations, etc., etc. You know
the
what I
main
mean?
thing I've been doing is trying to get better at just looking at the mini-map more.
Yeah, that's the thing. You
Yeah.
just have to like every time you see like last hit a creep, it's basically if you're good at last hitting, which you naturally are, it kind of becomes like muscle memory basically. Eventually though, like if you play a lot of solo lanes. For me, I don't do solo lanes, but when I have to, I kind of have to look at I tell myself, okay, I'm looking at the map. I have to
Yeah.
remember and
Yeah.
kind of just use intuition to feel where the other players are. Okay, let's see, F1. Okay, so how this works right here is as an AD carry, because remember what I said. This is on you, but as an
Yep.
AD carry, your job is to you don't need to ward early like on this push. Your support wards this, and you don't ward this because it's unlikely that they're gonna do a level 2 cheese gank depending on their jungler. So what you do is you ward here and you just let the invade or if an invade comes, you're ready for that. And what your jungler would do is they typically ward here. There you go. Good job. That's normally what you do. That's the right the play because they have no other they have no other ways to enter your jungle without being spotted by one of these wards unless they take the extremely long path, and either way your mid laner should be standing here, but sometimes that's not the case. And then you would ward here and you'd stand here and like in the middle of the bush, not into the edge of the bush, because standing at this edge actually blocks this part of the vision. Luckily, your support is over here, so he can see the part that you would be lost on. Uh, and then yeah, standard game. Standard lane starts wrong way. Rise is actually mid. You have a double AP comp, so Nautilus has to just build Locket, and you guys are done for, simply because you have double AP as well as Brand. So Locket is like a powerful item. You smite it early, so you want to hit it as low as possible. Get that jungler leash going. Need Rek'Sai to get that good gank as soon as possible, and then the laning phase begins. So immediately, oh, this W right here is really good. If he aimed it like back, like right here, like does this splash? It only hits one. If he aimed it in the back line, you would have an easier chance to hit level 2. Problem with this, you can punish him like right here. That's an auto. Good. That's exactly what you need to do because he's gonna do it again. You can do it one more time. It's gonna heal, but like you would negate it basically. He'll heal for 40, then you damage him for 40 or over. Oh, oh my God. Oh
Okay.
no. Oh no. This is the op.gg problem. Oh my. Wait, you stream, right?
I don't think I streamed this game,
No,
no.
no, but I mean, what I mean is, do you stream?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna, because there's no way this isn't your fault. This is OpGG's problem. The game's done though, so I can't really do this one because even if I re-download the file, so what I can do instead is, um, you can stream a game and I can try to coach that and then review the VOD after.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like me watching you live. So I don't know if that puts a lot of pressure on you because as a player, that puts a lot of pressure on a lot of players because I'm actually watching how you play. But I'll be watching on a delay, so most of the time I'm just telling you things and they either happened already or it's too late to change them and stuff like that. Blah blah blah.
I stream on Hitbox, so
Hitbox?
it's
Oh,
like a
Hitbox. Everyone does Hitbox. That's pretty good. All right, let me pull up. Let me close this because there's no way the game would continue. It's been like 40 seconds, as you saw, and nothing happened. And then my lead client crashed because of that. Thanks, Rito. Jeez.
replay GG stream replays don't work.
Do you have the replay.gg? I think I can do
Yeah.
that. Let me see. Send it to me. If I can access it, then I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Give
see.
me a second here.
Oh my god, that was horrible. Did you manage to get my link for the other video? I mean, the link for the previous session. I think I sent it to
Yes.
you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's on YouTube for now for the viewers. Let me see. Yeah, my overlay is active too. Oh my god, that is terrible. They do this. This doesn't happen very often, but when I was trying to make my Tarek guide, it happened with Aframu's game of Tarek right at 3 minutes when the game was starting, and they were doing exactly what I wanted them to do. The game crashed, like, and the replay was frozen. So that's not on you. That's not on you. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. It happens and nobody's even aware. It's so unfortunate. All right, I'll wait for the replay.gg. Oh my
Actually, looks
goodness.
like that specific game didn't record for whatever reason.
Alright, not a problem. What I can do is, like I said, I can spectate you live on Hitbox if you're willing to stream, and hopefully the connection doesn't like drop. But I think your internet is powerful enough because if you can stream, you're good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is it still Encamius? Encamius? Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go on that. Sorry, I don't know where that is. Hitbox TV. How do you? Oh shit. How do you? Is it hitbox.tv/?
The
Yeah.
stream is it's different.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright, yeah, this not yeah, it wasn't loading, that's why. Okay, let's see. I'll go ahead and load this up on the main screen. It's everything on this monitor is showing. My other monitor isn't showing. Okay, so it's offline for now. And then yeah, you can just hop in a ranked, and then I'll try my best to do things. This time I have a point of view version of you, so coaching style is gonna be a little different, and then I have to separate the VODs, but it doesn't matter in the end because it's gonna be a long session anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Well, you're probably streaming, but and I gotta pull up my Paint program. That's all unfortunate. Oh well. It's not even human error. That's just system. That's just system. It's out of your control.
Yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and look up your username, and when you're in game, I'll show you. I'll just like pull up your masteries and stuff like that. Let's see.
Yep.
For this game though, let me just check how you went, because you should have the standard runes and masteries like every 80 carry has. Okay, let's see. Ooh, the magic resist per level is a different one. Thunderlords is fine. Thunderlords is fine. Let's see. Yeah, Thunderlords is broken as fuck. Yeah, Thunderlords is broken.
Looks like I'm not getting AD.
Alright, I'm gonna mute the stream because I heard myself. I was like, oh man, it's gonna echo and echo, and that's gonna be really awkward. It's okay if you don't play AD unless you really want to improve on your AD. I can always help you with other roles because even in solo queue, I am forced to fill sometimes, and I'm not the best filler, so it happens. It's pretty bad, but you wanted the role that you were most comfortable on, so yeah, that's pretty awkward. Let's see. What I'm looking up is pro builds, trying to see if the masteries match because I'm feeling like while the mastery you've chosen for your 80 carry is fine, there is a better mastery. Let me see, Encamius right here. Okay, this one can close. Information on the game. Runes and masteries. Yeah, this the one that allows you to deal 1%, 1.5% additional. No, deal and take 2% additional damage. I'm not sure if that one is actually a good option. But the issue here is that I actually can't be the one to dictate that because, well, 80 carries. Okay, yeah, they do. Okay, because junglers take the same masteries, I guess. That's what I was wondering. Like, nobody plays AD carry Kindred, they all play jungle Kindred, but I was wondering if the masteries are still relatively similar. Yeah, people take Feast, okay, as I thought. And then you don't take this one, you take the other one. Since you're a player that tends to make picks often, so you get more benefits if you choose the Bounty Hunter, I believe that's the name of the mastery. The one that it's 1% for every increase 1% damage for every unique. And you don't have to play Kindred in 80 carry role. You can always play him in a solo lane if you feel like going solo lane Kindred this time. I mean, you can still play Kindred, just in a different role. And the other thing is you take Feast. Feast is like an instantaneous restore rather than sustained restore. Um, that's for AD. That makes sense. A lot of AD carries take Feast. It
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's the one I'm least sure about.
Feast?
Yeah, that set. Because
Uh-huh.
I've kind of been going back and forth on those for a
Right.
while.
So Feast, what it like what it benefits from is that like because the beginning of the wave comes to you first, you need that instant you need that right away heal rather than that I have to kill 6 minions and I get the same amount of healing that I would from that one mastery for 1 second. I thought that having a 30-second cooldown on it was really really stupid, but it's actually a lot. The math for it is simple. You just get 20 HP at the beginning of the wave when you kill the creep, and then when the next creep wave comes, you get another instant 20. So the sustain is a little bit quicker, and you're kindred, so you have your own method of sustain. So that's just my suggestion. That's all. I wonder if you run the same masteries on kindred jungle as you do in kindred AD carry. I mean not masteries, runes. Seems that this person's running cooldown, this person's running cooldown, but they run basically the same thing. Hmm.
Our team comp doesn't really allow for Kindred top.
Yeah, true. That's gonna be pretty awkward. All right, let's see how you play top. You can
Top's one of my worst.
yeah, you can still translate top into what you call it, top into your AD carry mechanics into top in the sense that you can use your ability, your knowledge of picking people off at the right time. Okay, so it's gonna be a farm lane top. Now for masters for Malphite, let's see. Shit. I would probably just go like Grasp of the Undying. I think that's what everyone's going right now. Let me see. Yeah, you go 12 18 or you can go oh that's support. That doesn't count. Fucking terrible. Uh 18 12. Oh 18 12. All right. So you put 5 in the um the health regen per 2. The movement speed in the bush or river, the health, the cooldown reduction, or yeah, that's okay, I guess. Oh, 18 12 doesn't matter. You can choose the cooldown or the pen. Malphite's a tank, so you can take the pen. Masters, this one doesn't matter. That's it. Yeah, you're fine. Welcome to solo queue. Tank top versus AD. Yep, that's okay, I guess. It's Nasus. Alright, let's just see how you play the game rather than worry about these little miscellaneous things. Pick priority comes over call priority, so
Yeah.
because they pick first. A lot of people are not familiar with the concept, but you have no priority. If I'm first pick, I tend to pick support or mid, but that's been pretty unlucky
I'm assuming I'd max Q first.
in this matchup.
Yeah.
I would max. I would think people max. Yeah, Q is fine. He has Ghost, so the thing about his Q is that you steal move speed from the target, right? So
Yep.
him progging Ghost, then you following afterwards is pretty good. Some people tend to max E first, and either or is correct. So it's up to you what you want. Since it's Shaco though, I think that maxing Q max is fine. Doesn't matter what you max. Uh, I believe people, if I'm not mistaken, start corrupting potion because it's corrupting potion. You need the sustain. At least that's what I would do. Yep, people start corrupting potion. Champion. Corrupting potion gives you a lot of sustain. You're not gonna you're not looking to trade too heavily with this guy. It's a Nasus. So your goal is to try to like unless he's really aggressive and you can call for a jungler gank and jungler gank you have a decent amount of success as a jungler gank with the jungler gank. Most people max E just because it slows down his attack speed. You will need to max E second regardless of whatever happens because it's Trist. But other than that, you're fine. I'd advise you to save your ult to ult either Trist or ult Malzahar. With this team comp, you could invade. Start on red side. It's just a call though. You don't have to. Shaco can also invade your jungle. So using your ward, go ahead and ward his. Go ahead and ward your red because it's Shaco. You don't know where any Shaco starts. Like even like the most like it's just the psychological aspect of him being not only a stealth champion, but just fucking just where his route begins. Because some players take your red and do their own blue at the same time, and therefore have half the buffs and then just gank. Some people just take the blue and then gank immediately. So many different options for Shakos, and it's better to be safe than to be sorry. And I'll see how you play the laning phase. I can't control your actions. I can only advise you, and of course I don't like to make too many big calls. So I'll let you know if anything goes wrong, etc., etc.
I'm not that good at top lane
It's
compared
okay.
to other lanes.
What you are good at though is mechanically you should be able to last hit, you know, like still even if you're not good at top and all, like I'm not good at as a solo laner because I play all utility shit, and like when I'm forced to like top, I still play some kind of utility style. I should have played Lulu top, fuck. And basically what happens is like I just use my instinct to last hit, and I'm not supposed to last hit. Sometimes it's weird, but you know what I'm saying. You want to rush against their team comp? I think Sunfire Cape's still fine. Everyone rushes Sunfire Cape, and it's actually pretty good for you. Alright, go ahead and get into lane, because you don't need to stay that long. If he didn't invade, then he didn't invade, and then you just show yourself in lane. It's good. You want to be patient, Nasus shows up. He's going to push the lane, okay? Yeah, you just focus on last hitting. He's going to try not to trade with you too much. I mean, you have a shield too, so you have 110% HP, and that shield's going to regen within like 8 seconds. I want to slap the minions a little more though, because you're allowing him to hit level 2 first, and if Shaco does a cheese, you're screwed. You just want to be able to hit level 2, and then you're able to stay safe. Then you can at least E the attack speed. Nice, good. All right, now you're okay. You can do whatever you want at this point. It's just a frozen game, and then when you're 6 is when shit begins to happen, because you'll need to actually have map awareness. A good flank from you will win. Not only win the game, but not win the game, but turn it around if you need to. Malphite's strong.
This is better last thing that I usually have top lane.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the lane is supposed like don't hit him because you're not supposed to hit him. This is where I have this concept of calling people like being Chinese, because right now all you're doing is farming. Okay? Okay, kill that minion right there and then go down and like, or not go down, but like look at eyes on the map for that Udyr. Yes, good choice to ward right there and go back into the lane. Normally you'd ward a little bit further because Shakos tend to stealth in a weird pattern. It's gonna shove to your tower, so you want to kill these as fast as possible before they hit to your tower. It's gonna hit to your tower regardless, but you want to kill the lower ones so that the lower ones don't get dropped. Good job. Okay, that one you might lose that one unless you like tank it for a little bit. Good. Okay, you're gonna lose a few here unless you want to tank the wave. And he's gonna ward. Yes. Don't be afraid to pop too many corrupting potions. Just don't. Yeah, like right about now is good. After you took that Q. It's okay. Corrupting potion is still a flask, not just like a. I thought it was just a buff thing, and I was like, what the hell is the point of this item? And it's not. It's actually pretty decent. You level up W. Nice. Now you have everything. I don't think leveling up W, or yeah, 2 points is fine. Scaling up W. You can Q him like right now, and then turn it. Yep, there you go. He's gonna ghost. He has no flash. If you get this kill, it's fine. 3 seconds. Flash Q him. Never mind.
I was considering it.
Yeah, I was considering it too. It's because you'd have to be on top of him in order for that to come in handy. But I believe he did ghost. You got creep blocked. Oh my god, he's coming in for the round 2. Did he ghost? He tap? Nah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I eat too late.
Oh no, you have 39. Oh, you had 39 ping. I was like, oh my god, you can cancel it. It's not you eat too late. You just didn't. You don't know because you don't play Malphite very often. I can tell. Because
Yeah.
you can cancel your E animation if you tap, like if you auto and then you E, you can still get in range. It's hard to do though, but like it takes a lot of practice. I mean, I play Malphite a lot, but I still can't do it. It takes practice, and since it's not your main role, it's not your concern, so you don't have to practice that. Don't push though. Don't try not to push, because the wave is naturally gonna push, and if Nasus is under his tower, he wants that. Your goal is to have it go the other way. Look at this Chinese farm fest. Like he just walks past you. He's like, "You wanna farm? Yeah." And also know he has one. He still has one stack of corrupting potion left, and you have one stack too. But the one with the higher mana on the battlefield is the one that's gonna come out on top. So because you have less mana, you're gonna be in a more predictable or an unlikely scenario in which, or a scenario in which you're gonna unlikely win and survive. Because if he has more mana, it means he can use more spells. And if he keeps queuing you, he's gonna keep sustaining. And if you have less mana, you have less to use your shield. You have less ability to slow. So be patient and let your mana regenerate itself. Nice job warding, and that's the correct placement for it, all the way down at the edge. Pop, good. Yeah, it's okay to use your abilities to last it, but you gotta, okay. Oh, he got withered. This is where it comes out really poorly. There you go, God. Boom. Oh, jeez.
I was trying to avoid the box.
You have the corrupting potion, actually. Good.
Yep.
Good. That's fine. You can't really do anything much about that, but that's okay. What I was thinking was if you had a little bit more mana and if you lasted a little bit quicker, you would have been 6. Or if you were still hitting the creeps, right, as you were running away, you can kill a creep and see how close you were to 6. You hit 6, you either ult to safety, or when he tanks a tower, you turn around and ult him back and he dies. But you probably would not have enough mana for it, or the ability to see it coming, because I didn't see it coming until I realized you had that much EXP closer to 6. I thought you were not close to 6 at all. Until when Shaco came in, a bunch of the minions died, and I was like, what the fuck? And then it came in your favor. Now, normally, I would advise you to teleport back in there, but he chose to freeze rather than push, which means that you don't lose anything. Like, you lost one, okay, maybe 2 creeps, but you're still 6.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now, he has no mana, but you still can't kill him. It's this guy. You're gonna push the wave naturally now. That's bad. So you want to just try to like waltz around it. You don't want to stay on top of the minions, but you do at the same time in order to prevent them from hitting the tower. Oh shit! Get that, yeah. This isn't too bad for a last inning. It's fucking Malphite too. Like it's not even his champion is just suck ass at last inning because his animations like he slaps the air and it's so dumb.
Yeah.
I wonder, like I used to think like, can you guys input rapid fire cannon and like can I get like 150 extra range? You get this plus 150 long range slap, and you can't. You can only do it to like ranged champions. I was like, fuck. Would have been funny. I mean, with Thresh you can do it because he's considered like half range. Boom, yes. Let that tower hit it, and then shika-boom, nice. I would keep yeah, the Q max is okay. It does a lot of damage. Boom. This is good. Yeah, the lane plays in your favor, but now what you need to do is you want to look at bot lane because they're look how aggressive they are. And if you wanted to coordinate a dive properly, what you want to do is you want to let the minions tank, and then you teleport to the minions that's tanking, because until the minion dies, the tower will not switch aggro. So they have 4 seconds of free damage, then an extra half second because the next turret shot will kill the minion, and then it'll switch aggro to you or Draven or Bard. And but you have to really coordinate that, and you have to like have a lot of map awareness. It's good that you're following this. Oh jeez. Okay. Oh my god, no! He has Q. Oh my god, this is poor. That was a poor decision. This is bad. Malzahar isn't moving though. He's under pressure. Syndra is doing a really good job. This Bard though. What the fuck? This is kind of funny because it's actually pretty ironic. Oh, Chinese food came and like up at top, you're just being Chinese. Like you're kind of farming and stuff like that. Yay, Chinese. No, not yay. Farming isn't fun. Look at this. Okay, he's level 8, so you gotta catch up. You can push the wave and then come down because you gotta go down. Malzahar left. He's in trouble. This is what happens when Udyr stayed too long. I knew it was a problem when it was happening the first time. Did he turtle already, or could he not turtle? Rip. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. Pass on that. Okay, now that bot lane has pressured like that. Like they took the tower. Keep your eyes on the Draven and be ready to teleport to that tri-bush ward right there. Whenever you see it. It's up to your. It's all your judgment though, of course. Press F3 to scout on Syndra, then press spacebar to scout back to yourself. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Press F4 to scout to Bard. I mean Draven, and then press spacebar to count to yourself. Yeah. So that's how I information check when I'm on top instead of actually like when I look at the map. Sometimes it's not enough. I don't think you could have assisted there though because if you TP'd down to like the minion, sure they would have just ran back, but it wasn't a kill. Maybe it's his inability to dodge the skill shot, or maybe he got caught by a blindside E, or just got bursted down by the fucking broken ass ult that triggers after 3 procs. But it's okay for you to farm this. This is so fucking boring. Holy crap. God, in higher elo, this would not like. Oh, well, it would happen, but also wouldn't happen. Like the Nasus would probably be like trying to zone you out, and like nothing's happening. It's kind of boring. What's the CS count? Is he higher than you? He's probably at like 80.
Yeah, he's about 90-ish.
Yeah, it's because he's pushing the lane into you, and you don't have a choice. But like you're not dying, so that's free gold. Okay, when he's pinging that he's coming. Keep killing minions. Don't fucking kill him. Now go. Don't ult though. Be very patient on your ult. Oh jeez. Okay. Okay, you can ult soon. Just keep running. Nice. Ult him. Good. And then now you run. He has no ignite, and then let the team finish it off. Yeah. Good.
Or just
oh yo, what the fuck? Oh shit. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here's the thing. I actually panicked at that shit. I was like, oh my god, dodge it, and I was like, oh wait, he's on our side. Fuck. Yeah, no. Sometimes I panic with my own team skill shots because like I'm just in the moment to flash anything. You can't. Oh shit. What? Don't. No, that's a clone.
Yeah.
You're not in a position to teleport into a siege. In this situation, Nasus also has teleport too. So if you prepare to teleport down to bot lane, they're gonna counter it with the teleport. Your team is gonna do all the work for you. Damn, this game is so stale. But there are things you can do aside from last hitting, and wave manipulation. Because like you at the beginning at level 1, I noticed something. I wrote that down, but let me see something here. This game can still swing in their favor if they actually play it right, aka kill Draven or Syndra. How much help do you
Syndra's had
need?
6 kills.
Yeah, Syndra's been doing a lot of work. Oh, jeez. Alright, I was right. Thunderlords isn't really helping as much as I thought it would be. Fuck. Well, it is, but it's like, at the same time, it's not. Oh, well. Okay. Before you TP, consider pushing the wave with your E. I know it doesn't do that much damage because you're not maxing it, but like you gotta put it helps your minions shove it. Shika boom, yeah, and then run back up. And he doesn't do too much damage to you now that you have Sunfire. He chose Spirit Fist. Oh, I know why, Syndra. Normally he would have just chosen Frozen Heart in order to deny you from attacking and denying the fed Draven, but he's choosing not Draven, but he's choosing Syndra's damage over yours, even though he can easily survive it with his ult. He just pops his ult and then he gates like, he only takes like an extra 200. That's it. Don't be afraid to use your spells to last hit. Oh, you slammed it with an auto. All right, you're good. Damn. Look at this Chinese Warfest. Okay, whenever he tries to auto attack you, use your E. It slows his attack speed, so you can't get as many autos in. It does damage based on your armor, so that's why people tend to build Sunfire Cape. It's a combat spell. You probably should run. Oh god. Yeah. Too much of that. Way too much of that.
It's making me think that Shaco's around somewhere.
Yeah. No. The thing is, if Shaco was around somewhere, you notice he's not withering you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just like hitting you because he can hit you, but he's not withering you because withering you would increase Shaco's likelihood of coming. Because that's the psychology part. Oh, he's here! Now I can drop my hard CC and stuff. He's just hitting you because remember what I talked to you about when you were at bot lane? The barrier, aka the zone control with all your minions. Basically, he has all that right to move that far. Go ahead and slow him because Udir's here. That gank is lost. Oh well, it's okay. Can't do much. It was also warded. Just based on the way he moved. Like, he was so far with his aggressive play, and suddenly he turns around. Oh, jeez. You might want to ult him to save him. Good. Nice one. Yeah. So he can't 2v1 just yet. He's just strong because what happened up there was he still has his potions ticking. He's slamming you hard. Okay. Wait. That's his clone, right? Yeah, that's his clone. Oh, no, that was him! E him. If he does anything stupid. Okay, he's not gonna do anything stupid. No, 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 no. Shaco. I mean, what the fuck? Just kidding.
Yeah, got him.
No, no, because what I was thinking was, where's the backstab crit? I would have, if I were Shaco right there, that would have been a kill. He has ignite too. If he didn't drop ignite like on somewhere else, that was a kill. Because the backstab crit would have hurt Udyr, and then Udyr doesn't have shield. And if he does shield, you just toss an E and ignite, and that would have been a kill. Man, this Shaco sucks.
Get Deadman's Plate?
Silver Shaco, man, Silver Shaco. Let's see.
Deadman's Plate or Thorn?
Wait. What you want to do is you want to check the information on the opposing team. Press tab. See what they have. Okay. So they got a lot of armor. All AD actually. I would build Frozen Heart. You need the mana, and the cooldown reduction. People tend to rush Frozen Heart. Deadman's Plate's a later item. That's more for like movement and damage, and that's also kind of like a snowball item. Your choice between Frozen Gauntlet or Iceborne Gauntlet, or is it called Frozen Gauntlet now? No. Iceborne.
No, I think so. Iceborne.
Yeah. IBG or Frozen Heart, but Frozen Heart's always the most optimal item. The reason why you pick Frozen Heart is because aside from the mana and the cooldown reduction, it reduces the attack speed of Nasus. Then you stack your E on top of it, and it further goes down. But now, while Deadman's Plate does give you mobility and stuff like that, it's not like you need it, because while it gives you health and the mobility and auto attack damage, you're not really relying on your auto attacks too much, and your ult is already used to catch up to people, so it's okay. So let's see how this plays out. This is easy. He just target switch. Pop your flask. Turn on your W before you try to do anything else. Oh, okay. Good. Now Q. Oh, jeez, this is gonna be deadly. Oh no, he reduced your armor. 3 seconds. If you can live for 3 seconds. If he decides to tower dive you. Nice. It's fine. Let Bard come and save you. Please don't ult. Please don't ult the Malphite, Bard. Careful for the bush. Use your wards. Okay, never mind. Good job, Bard. Good job, Bard. Use 2 of them. Ah.
Yeah, that lifesteal's pretty strong.
Yeah. But he's also able to, because when you have more attack speed, you something I found out was that wind up animation is like cut. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay, all your flash stacks are triggered too. Oh god, Thunderlords is down. Oh, you're level 11 though. Nice, nice. Nice. That's Bard play Q and you're done. Nice. So, the more attack speed you have, the more your wind-up animation is decreased, right? So that's why AD carries can attack a little bit faster, because if you have max attack speed, your wind-up is basically like how long it takes for the auto attack. There's a start animation, the animation, and then the end animation. With more attack speed, the start animation is reduced. So when you're cocking your gun, basically you cock faster. Oh god.
Yeah.
I think you should have left too. I think you should have left. But like I said, the start animation for the thing, it becomes faster. Nasus has innately. He's probably. Let me check what he's running for you to help you out on this. Okay, yes, I need enable up op.gg. You haven't used your teleport very often, but there hasn't been a situation in which you need to. When you come back to life, you can, if they're still attempting to siege, which is probably going to be the better option if they do attempt to siege because they need to siege.
Just TP there.
Yeah, right now is like the right time to start TPing. Not there, but like TP when the tower is being tanked. Go ahead and just like walk onto the. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say walk onto top. It's okay. You still have ult at 20. Yep. You can't peel. It's unlikely that you're gonna be a good peeler. Just whenever someone gets close, Q them. As in like you can peel for your like this. Okay. Nice, kill him. Okay. Rip Draven though. I was gonna say like if you had like 3 more seconds, it would have been okay. Fuck. This is where the cooldown reduction comes in because you know you could have saved him sooner, but that's not on you because you didn't build the item completely yet. You're good at. Alright, wait. That tower's about to die. You can go ahead and try to dive someone afterwards, but you don't have to. You can go ahead and focus the inhibitor. Yep. W's away. You can coordinate the tower's death with your assault, because then they're never gonna expect it. At least in this elo, they don't. They didn't know how to. They didn't know how to back away from a dead tower when it was clearly no way to defend against it. So you can punish that. Eyes on the Shaco though. You don't need eyes on the Nasus as much. Ooh. If you're crazy, if you were Kindred, you would have just turned on the ult, whacked them, and then like left. God, that would have been funny. Like I could feel you be like, oh my god, if you're a kindred right there. For some reason, I just felt like the kindred thing came up there. Okay,
Oh,
let
they
me
surrendered.
let me double check their masteries for you. This dude is running 12018 and he's running attack speed as I thought, because this guy had a lot of attack speed and it's like really fast. Okay, let me end this real quick. Let me show you some of the things I saw. I'm back. All right, that was quick. Now, let me go ahead and load the thing up on the PC. Recordings. All right. So, main game. Yeah, you can still translate top into mute. Okay. So like I said, in this session, I did say that you can still translate top. Stuff from AD carry onto top, aka your last hitting and your ability to see positioning. When you're an AD carry player, you need to worry about your own positioning, especially when you're kindred, right? So one of the most important things, one of the things I saw in your other replay is that you position pretty well, but that's because kindred, and like you said, you told me about Kog'Maw. Kindred and Kog'Maw have like the similar style in which you sit back and auto. Trist has a similar style, but then you jump forward after all the carries get on you, and you wipe out all the carries, or you wipe out the tanks because you have the ability to do so. In this situation, because you're an AD carry player or a marksman player, you should know that positioning is important, right? Like naturally, yeah, positioning is fucking important. But on their side, they also have an AD carry player, and what are they thinking? Positioning is also important. So because you have to see because both sides of the I guess the circle or something, both sides of the cube, both sides of the coin are important. While you are on your side, you also can see things from the enemy side because they're likely thinking the same thing. And because you're a top laner and you're a tank, you can deal with the shit that the AD carry can throw at you for a sustained amount of time because they don't have crit yet, and you can catch them out of position. So because they're worrying so much about their positioning, when you pick them off as a top laner, that's where you excel. And some AD carries like Kindred and Vayne and who's another Lucian, those people are also carries that can, like you say, play make or seek opportunities to catch people out of position. So that's the importance of translating your AD carry knowledge as a player into other roles. Seeing positional errors and catching on them as in a player yourself. If I were them, I would position myself here, and then you see that, and then you catch them, basically. That's how Malzahar was able to catch Draven. Also because Draven drops an axe there, and it's kind of obvious where he's going to go, to his fucking axe. Like, if you had a Draven on the other side, you would probably do the same. Like, he's going to pick up his axe, I'm going to ult there, and then you basically kill him, and he's like, their team is like, why did you get caught, Draven? And he's like, I'm doing my job as Draven, hello? Alright, so the first thing is how the laning phase started. Against this, you are, yes, supposed to max E, but you start Q, because then you push the lane against Nasus. And pre-laning, like pre-level 3 or 4 of his Q, he can't really last it too well under the tower, but you're not supposed to get him under the tower. Your goal is just to get yourself to level 2, and then you kind of just pressure him from there because you're higher level, and you just start slapping his ass. Of course, this would be better if it were like a stronger, more aggressive top laner, but just the AoE and pushing him away is enough to draw pressure. And if you like doing this top thing, because you could do this with AD carry too, you can relieve jungle pressure from your entire team by simply just pushing so heavily, even if it's against a Nasus. Sometimes it's not the right thing because it's a Nasus, but like if you push it, say, just above the tower, but not directly at the tower, but you're still pushed, like say around here, like right there, you would probably draw Shaco's attention, which would then in turn allow Syndra and Draven and Bard, as well as Udyr, to make more map-based plays, aka take the dragon, roam, siege, push, gank, solo kill, etc., without the threat of a Shaco appearing, just because you're drawing their attention. Because you know you can survive Shaco's auto attacks for a little bit. Because you're Malphite, So using that to your advantage. Now, how can you do this as a Kindred player? You just kind of push and allow yourself to be ganked, then escape the gank. Of course, you have to expect the gank and know that the gank is coming if you're playing it right. And you have to be ready to, avoid the gank. Now, what I said right here was when you see like a bunch of people appear on the map and a bunch of pings, you want to look and you want to assess, can I go there, and help. And then at that time I said, okay, push the wave and get ready to go. Then like Shaco backed up, so then you kind of just stop pushing and return to your normal duties. You can do this on Kindred too if Udyr needs help and you're about to get ganked or something. You just kind of You just have to, as an AD carry, you would see if you can hit the next level. If not, you just auto attack the minions as fast as you can instead of freezing the wave like you normally do as an AD carry. Then try to just roam up with your support and ping assistance. A lot of this comes down to your ping control and how much you're willing to work as a team member. And then the other thing was...
Is your mouse visible? Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Is my what?
I couldn't see your mouse for a bit.
Oh, I wasn't moving it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see. And then this game is just Chinese. Now, when a gank comes, I notice that you're not like being patient, or well, you are being patient, but in the sense that like when it's about to happen, you start committing, because then Nasus is pushing, and naturally it's not warded, and he wants to keep pushing at you, and then whenever you try to CS, he's gonna punish you by smacking you with a Q, right? Because that's the right thing for him to do. The same thing can apply down to bot lane. Triss would normally just start auto attacking you whenever you try to go for a CS as a way to punish you, because if she's not last hitting, the best thing that she can do is to hit your face and then back up, because the minions are gonna aggro her. So she's gonna hit you, then back up, then hit you, then back up. So what you can do as a Kindred player is you can hit her back. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? Is he trying to fight me? And then she's going to think she's ahead of you, start attacking you, and then your Udyr comes around and wraps for a gank. So basically you're baiting them, but in a smart way. AKA, remember that Nautilus that was retarded? Basically like that. So right here what you would do is you would allow yourself to take some damage, and while I do say taking damage is not the right thing to do, you do have 2 flasks pots, so you should trigger one, then take some damage from his auto right here. Then you trade with the Q immediately. You did. And then that's going to give you move speed, and then you're going to start fighting. Now I'm going to see if he pops Ghost here, because then you'll see the animation and shit. Yeah, he does pop Ghost there. So then you look at your timer, it's about 4:17, so it's about 8:17 I think for his Ghost. And then you let it go. You wouldn't do enough damage unless you actually had AP runes, in which I didn't see. Some people tend to take Doran's ring with Malphite because they need the mana regeneration, but he sustains too heavily. Yeah, that wouldn't have killed him. I don't think it would have. Yeah. So what you do is you kind of auto slam, or just slam in general. I was hoping that the animation would cancel, but it didn't. Rip. Oh, and the CS. Right here, since he's under pressure, it's okay to push him under tower because you got a back anyway. Because you got a big wave, and if he builds up his big wave before you can build up your big wave, you're in a negative advantage. Sure, he's able to farm it, but it's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. The ward died. I was thinking you could teleport bottom, but this was too early. And bot also left the lane, so that wouldn't have helped. And then I think it would have been okay to just put 3 points in Q, because that's all you need. Then you max E. I was suggesting it, but you already put a 4th point in Q before I could say anything. The reason is because this Nasus is running attack speed. Let me check his runes. What the fuck is with this shit? What the... Yo, what is this? Okay. He's running... The VOD is still playing, but he's running... like full 7.5. This is 5, so he's running 12. He can get up to like 14% cooldown or 15% cooldown reduction flat. Holy crap! And he's not even running this mastery down here with the Thunderlords, because he's running Grasp of the Undying. Oh my god, it's not the right thing to do at all. Holy shit! All right, let me go back to here. Wait, no, here. This ward placement is fine. Psychological threat of Shaco coming would have been much more apparent in this game, and he came, so you should have just E'd and backed out. Like, E'd and backed out. Yep, immediately. And then, yeah, he came. He came as soon as you warded. Okay, so right here, yeah, you were about to level up. I think ult costs 100, if I'm not mistaken. If ult costs 100, you would not have it. Oh, wait, you have a flash stack. So you would have popped your flash, you would have killed a minion, hopefully killed a minion soon enough, and then it would have been okay. But it's okay. Because then, right there, he chooses to last hit a minion rather than actually escape, and... rip him. And then the Udyr is able to solo this bitch later. That's the thing, like, right after you ward, because for this game, if the game dragged on a little longer, I think Scrying Orb would have been, Farsight Alteration would have been a lot better, a lot more optimal as an item. Sunfire Kit Rush is fine. When you seek itemization as whether you're in an 80 carry, this applies for Kindred too. Going defensive, going offensive, choosing Runans, choosing Triforce, choosing Borg, choosing IE. Choosing your items comes down to what you need against their team comp. Say you're a Kindred. Would you go IE against this team comp, or would you go Blade of the Ruin King? Think about what they have. They got a Shaco, they got a Malzahar. Oh god, they have a Malzahar. Oh god. And they have I forgot they had a Malzahar because it was so irrelevant. And they have a tryst. So what would be your first and few items down the line?
I'd probably go the normal crit stuff since
Crit
they have
stuff?
mostly squishy people.
Yeah, I
So the
agree.
marks would be as effective.
hmm I would actually choose the Blade of the Rune King route because I don't want to get like once Nasus withers you. I mean, yeah, you can escape it, but like this dude's running attack speed, so like you know what I mean. Like you gotta run. I mean, I trust your ability because I know you can actually like avoid his shit. But the extra piercing because if the team comp stays the same and the only difference is Kindred and you were Kindred and Malphite was still top, the situation would occur in which if everything happens the same way it's happening now, and this is all hypothetical, I would still build QSS down the line only because it's Malzahar. And you can't do much if you're ulted because Malzahar is probably gonna wipe you out or it's gonna hurt a lot and you can't ult before or after. Or you can't ult before, so if they kill you, you're screwed. Shaco because he can get on you, so you want to avoid him. He doesn't move too quick, but if he has Mobies, he's gonna move pretty quick. And Nasus. Um, Also, Vel'Koz is okay, but Blade of the Rune King is just overall really good. It's just I think it's better on Kindred than IE. But you do make a point with the IE is because the IE requires you to actually like snowball heavily in the early game with a lead. You gotta be able to pick people off more often. So this would mean that you'd have to absolutely win your lane first before you can make a pick. Like you can't just go roaming around and then let your tower be taken before you take their tower. But it also depends on your support. You got Bard, fucking Bard. The Bard is really good depending on the AD carry he's with. Like for example, if he's with Draven, if a stun comes, you're gonna get wrecked. But if he's with someone like Triss, sometimes that's not gonna work because like Triss has to make the choice of either all-inning or escaping with their W, and consistent damage. Most of the time, it's like kind of weird. And then this happens. Where's this shit? This stupid gank. Like holy shit! I was like, did I already pat? No, come on. Tell me where you got like. Where's that Bard gank? Oh my god, that was the funniest thing. I was like, oh shit. I did that one time too. I was like, oh shit. Alright, here we go. Yeah, is this the one? Come on.
Yeah, it's around this point.
Yeah, you pop your flash stacks as soon as possible. Always try that whenever shit like that happens, pop all three. Yeah, here we go. And then no, Bard kills him with his ward. And then the important thing is like I noticed you were backing out because you think he was just gonna kill you, but you can still ward without him because he's melee, so he has to walk up to you. This is a applicant in every single role. Just ward the bush before if you know or think somebody's in there. With 80 carries like Kindred, you can use Farsight Alteration to just scout the bush, and it gives you true vision for that brief time. And if you use Oracle Alteration, the sweeping, it detects living beings, so therefore you can see if somebody's in there by them moving. It's the stupidest way to put it, but you see living beings because anyone who moves in it, you kind of see that coming. So getting into the habit of warding, because this is all like, you notice how I'm telling you like all these little micro things, like you gotta like, because during fights you haven't popped your corrupting potion at all, and that could give you extra damage damage over time. You didn't like ward inside the bush while chasing after someone. That can give you the vision you need and vision for someone else to know where that player is, because there it is. What happens is, what if somebody wants to come up there, or let's say somebody else on another teammate wants to toss a global to you, or like a Bard wants to like fucking toss his ult, but he can't see him, so Nasus escapes. Or what if Nasus is doing a cheese thing where he's in the bush and he just starts teleporting away? Because that could have been one thing that he did. He could have just stood in that bush before Bard and Udyr showed up and then just tried to TP away. You don't know anything that he's gonna do because the threat of him being stealth is there. So these are things that I can teach you, but these aren't things that like are directly related to just top lane. So these are micro. This isn't even macro. This is just that organic tracking. Oh, you saw that? That was like brief. Good job, Udyr. That is so cool. Oh my god. Anyway, these things are all micro. Like micro is part of your mechanics. So I guess I can't teach you mechanics, but I can tell you how to do it. It's just basically like managing to be able to instantly ward. We had a team fight today where there was a bunch of action happening in the tri-bush, and we just needed vision in that to continue the fight. And all three of us microed and dropped 3 wards in that bush, and I was like, what the fuck? I dropped the ward, he dropped the ward, and my jungler dropped the ward. And it was just nothing but 3 wards and a pink, and then eventually all those wards died. But as you get down, wards are dropped a lot more often. You have two to use, so feel free to use them. And if you want to switch trinkets, go for it. But you still have to be able to be able to drop them readily.
Usually better about wards than potions.
Mhm.
I get yelled at to use my potions all the time, and I just never do.
Yeah. As AD carry, as you go down, you only need so many. Usually, you just keep one in your inventory. It's more of like solo laners because they tend to carry them more often because they're not self-sustaining. They don't have the spell vamp necessary to heal themselves. Like take for instance Syndra. If she gets hurt, she's gonna have to pop her potion or go back to base. You know. So
Yeah.
what they're saying makes sense. As an AD carry, you just have that lifesteal. It not only is some of it innate. Sometimes you have lifesteal items, or you have lifesteal. You have lifesteal, not runes, but you have lifesteal for your masteries, aka the 2% one. So you have innate lifesteal from your runes and masteries. You have runes and or masteries as well as your items. So that's self-sustained in itself, whereas mages and other champions do not. So getting used to using your potions is actually really handy. Sometimes I accidentally do something stupid where my finger is misplaced on my W, and I accidentally popped my W when I was flat. I was like, oh my god. And I pulled instead of popping a potion. Then I popped my potion, and then they're like, question mark. In all chat, and I was like, I meant to pop my potion. And they're like, you're retarded. And I'm like, I know. It was so funny. But it didn't cost me the late. It's just I lost my pull, and I almost got dived. But yeah, don't misplace your potions, but do use them in a defensive way. And always managing how much things that you have versus how many things that they have. Remember when I said that you had more mana versus them having mana? That can dictate how the lane goes, because if he's out of mana, can he wither you? No. Can he if he uses his Q and he can't do anything after, you have an advantage because now he has no wither. You know, how you manage your mana can dictate how well you play the game, because as Kindred, you know, I don't think you use too much mana, right? Like you kind of do. I don't think you do.
You would tell me it was 70 mana total.
Yeah, like it's not. But you have you ever had a situation where you ran out of mana?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So like, you know, how you manage it. Like like people tend to just throw out all their spells whenever shit's happening, but in higher elos, managing cooldowns is a lot more efficient. I gotta pick. I had a critical situation in which I had to choose either to land a Q, or just like risk losing the lane, and I was like, shoot, or I mean use E to block a skill shot to risk losing the lane. I chose E to block the skill shot, and it ended up being okay for us. Had I tossed the Q to try something, I don't know how it would have gone. Combos frequent. I see this EQW EERE. What is that? Because top 5.24, 53% win rates. Whoa, this is cool. Is this an app or something?
It's a program that someone told me to get.
Nice. What's that program called?
I can find it real fast.
Okay, while you're finding it, let me see. Yeah, I told you to look at the team. You can't just itemize flat. It's the same thing for Kindred. You can't just itemize flat. You always itemize for situations. Choosing defensive versus offensive, and always for the situation. Because even if they're behind, a good flash Mal's ult can take you down. You know, you got to be ready for that. So that's why QSS is a very optimal item. Now, if they had a Fed Fizz on their side, you naturally either go Banshee's Veil, Guardian Angel, or Mercurial Scimitar to drop the fish on the ground. It's your choice, of course, but you know what I'm saying. You can't just like the best offense is a good defense. Sometimes that's the great situation. But sometimes the best offense is fucking offense. So, you know, you sometimes just go all damage and it's okay. But sometimes you have to actually take the defense. The answer is it's always sometimes, not all the time. So if you build the same thing for Malphite each and every single time, sometimes that, each and every single time, it's not going to work. So you got to itemize correctly. And sometimes they'll even have champions like on their side that have like all magic. So on Kindred, aside from using your ult properly and managing it, you know, at the last possible second, aka micro, you would have to use your ult in a way, or not ult, your items in a creative way. So you would have to build a new item aside from Banshee's Veil and Mercurial Scimitar, or GA. You might choose to get Ma. Now I don't know if that's the best idea, but some people seem to build Ma when they're jungling with Kindred. So it just all depends on the team count. Like, if they have an AP assassin like fucking Syndra, I think Hexdrinker would be nice. You know, that extra shield mitigates all the damage. You know? So,
Yeah.
be prepared for situations. and be open to explore. But like sometimes you don't have to choose the option. Like you don't have to stick to what I'm telling you. Like what as in the sense that like you don't have to stick to okay, let's see, the Pokemon is champion of fire. Okay. So you don't have to stick to like, oh, okay, so they're all magic. I'm just gonna go build magic defense. Like let's say you're snowballing. You can get maybe one magic defense item because when you're snowballing, you want to build defense because they're gonna tend to kill you more often. You know? So if you're losing the game, you kind of build offense because you gotta come back somehow. And if you're losing, in this game, it's like if you're losing, you're likely to lose. Because it used to be if you're losing, you can come back. Now it's like people snowball, so it's kind of harder. And then right here, I noticed you also didn't buy 2 components or any wards of that sort. Whoa. Oh yeah, right. I was looking something up. What happened was you didn't. You have 2. You have 600 gold. You could buy a pink ward. You can upgrade your trinket, and you can buy a either a potion or a piece of cloth armor. You can also choose to get distortion.
You can't buy a potion with corrupting potion.
Oh yes, really? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. This is an old school meta where you buy a flask with 3 potions. All right, no wards. Okay, you did buy a ward. Okay, there. That's I'll just leave it at that. Oops. I was wondering why nobody buys potions after they get corrupting potion, and I never realized that until now. Let me read that. Let me read down that item real quick. Corrupting potion. Yeah, you can't buy potions. Oh my god. Okay, so that's why I was confused on Trundle. I shouldn't have done that. Oh man. Because I played Trundle recently, and it was a pretty tough lane. If I got a camp, it would have been okay, because I know how to snowball a lead from top lane. You technically are snowballing. You're not snowballing heavily, you're just kind of like rolling along with the team with your ult. Red buff. Good job, or something along those lines, I don't know. Yeah, right there. When this is also evident in other lanes too. When you're about to kill the tower, you can coordinate a dive if they haven't backed up. It's punishing them for overstaying. There are a lot of situations that usually happen. So that's a heads up on that. Like if the tower is just about to die, and you know that you're about to kill it, be prepared to dive. Because then right when it's targeting you, you're just gonna kill the tower, and then it no longer targets you, and then you're safe. And you just keep going until the next tower or something prevents you from going any further, like a wall, or you've taken too much damage, or you missed your abilities, etc., etc. Don't be afraid to use your mana to last hit. Just don't overdo it, because that just means that you're just using too much mana to last hit rather than your actual last hitting abilities. You know, so it happens with champions that don't use too much. Like this Nasus doesn't last hit without his Q, so he dropped like 1 or 2 CS, but he should be able to last hit without his Q too. But he has 15% cooldown reduction, so that doesn't matter. And that's all for this VOD. Jeez. So it's a total of 40 minutes. I couldn't really directly teach you anything about Kindred, unfortunately, which I apologize about. I guess I kind of taught you top lane and a bunch of micro stuff, but I'm not sure if that counts. Because I don't think you wanted to like hear any of that, because none of that matters because you don't play top lane. But the micro stuff is something you can improve on, because like if you're about to make a pick with Kindred and they just disappear and you didn't ward it, like, and then like let's say you're only trying to make a pick on one person, the rest of the team could be there too, you know. So you have to choose when to back, etc., etc. Because more vision wins you games, because you get to see if they're coming or not, you know. So you get deep vision, and then the micro thing is also while you're chasing and fighting, you look at the map too. If it's a 4v4, you look at the map, see where the 5th person's at. They're Mia, they're probably gonna join the team fight from a flank or something of that nature. You're almost to your promotional series to gold, so.
Yeah.
It's a troll though,
Almost
98
back
LP. 98 LP. Oh my god, that's so cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the good thing though, your MMR still goes up because you have to win 1 more game, then you have to win 3 more, so you win 4 whole games, then you get to gold with higher MMR.
I actually was in my promos before, so I'm gonna have a free win there.
Well, that is a plus, that's also a minus because your MMR is gonna get screwed over. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because MMR is very important. It gives you the challenge, and it teaches you, it separates you from being like a good player, from being a great player, from being the amazing player. And like the amazing players are the ones that like do all those micro things that I was talking about. Let me see. Let me pull up like one micro thing I had on Lee. I think let me pull up an older game. Let's see. Is this the game where I played Lee and I like sucked ass? Yeah, this is the one where I sucked a lot of ass. Okay. So the thing right here. Oh my God. What is with this quality? I haven't uploaded this game yet, but I will. I died a lot because I suck, like I said. So The micro thing with Lee here is not this. Hold on. Where's the part? I'm trying to think. I died there because I got caught. Where it's the how the LeBlanc plays it out. So see how he's like trying to juke this, right? Micro thing here is that you get patient with the skill shot and you launch it. When you have a skill, I don't know if you play any skill shot based AD carries. One that comes to mind is only Ezreal, but just kind of waiting to be patient on someone's skill shot before landing it is one thing. So that was an example of a micro play that translates into your mechanics, and that can make you a better AD carry player, because if someone's standing still and you didn't like toss any skill shots on them, you can't miss, so that's free damage. And like I said, taking free damage is not the right thing for a player to do. You don't. If you can dodge it, you can dodge it. So try your best to dodge it. And if you get hit by it, that's your own fault. I get hit by a lot of skill shots. I fucking suck. So I have to tell myself that I am not good at dodging skill shots, and I actively have to look at that. Let me see. Let me pull up an example of me being an idiot. And I saw it too. Where is it? Oh my god, I'm so bad right here. Where is it? I died. Was that it? That's not it. Trying to look for it. And then, you have to know, let's see, what is that one thing that the AD carry players have to know aside from positioning? Going in versus going out. I think you know your limits as Kindred when you build certain damage items. But what I'm more worried about is how come it's just how you choose your items. I'm only concerned about the Bork versus Infinity Edge thing, because I've never seen any Kindreds rush Infinity Edge, because that would be more of like a solo lane item, because Blade of the Rune King. So when I asked you how you felt about that after experimenting with it, how did you feel after experimenting with it? Unless you didn't like it, right?
It was a little bit awkward. But I only tried it for a couple games because the usual group I play with didn't really play a whole lot lately.
Was it because like what was the reason it was awkward? Was it because you're not dealing as much damage even though you're attacking faster, or was it because
it just felt like my DPS went down overall?
I think you're running the standard rune page. I think flat magic resist would be okay for you. Where's the part where I get killed? Was it here? Come on, where's the part where I like died in like the most retarded manner? I died very, very poorly. See right here, like even this little micro part, I was kind of aware of it. He tossed a Q, and I didn't want to get hit by it anymore, so I maneuvered my entire ass around his Q, and I still got hit by it. And I was like, shit. Yeah. Not that. Yeah, and I can't dodge, and I flashed too late. All right, where's the part? Come on, I get killed, and I exclaim out loud, "Holy shit! I could have dodged that." And I looked at him as he was doing it too. I looked him in the eye as I died. Where the fuck was the part where I died the most stupidest death in the game? Was it here? No, I just died there. Okay. And I chose to split. The right option was to peel. Come on, somebody killed me already. Oh, here it is. Alright, watch this. Oh, everything's good. I'm looking at him right in the eye. I'm like, hey, he's gonna and look at my mouse. Okay, put my mouse right there. I don't move at all. I'm like, huh, that's coming for me. I could dodge it. I could have clicked. Good job, LeBlanc. You made a really nice chain. Oh, Ezreal shot an ult. Is that gonna hit me? And then I die. And then my mouse like moves across the screen, and I'm so disappointed in myself for doing that. But this is where I tell my players, be aware of everything that's happening, and don't forget about your own character. because shit like that will happen. Oh my god. And then decision making comes down to, like, Kindred is actually probably one of the best, because every third hit comes up with the extra bonus damage. So if you're ever behind, use your Farsight trinket. I think I said this to just coordinate picking picking people off with your team comp. And if you keep making small picks, like even if it's just a supporter, even if it's like the top lane that's Shen or something, a pick is a pick, and numbers advantage means everything, especially later down the game. Even if you're like so far behind, but you still have that itty bitty chance of coming back, you can make a pick and come back. That's the best I can do, as long as you don't lose hope, and like pray that you don't fucking lose hope on your team. Jesus Lord. And this game, You sort of got carried, mostly because it's Syndra, because Jesus Christ 900 Syndra. But you did as much as you did as much as you're supposed to. Um, just the small things, as in like last hitting that you can improve on. That's just mechanically. You can translate your abilities to last hit in every lane to the same lane. To every lane basically. So if you're an AD carry main, because you're farming so much, you're gonna get used to farming. So you just switch champions and just like, oh, I hit it now to kill it. Um, so that's your pro. You're a last hitting person, so you can use that to translate into other lanes, because every time you last hit, you get gold, and gold means money for items, and money means like you come out at an advantage. Um, Things you can improve on from this game, even though you're not AD carry, that can translate onto AD carry that I have listed. Um, Micro, popping your potions during fights, even when you're trading down at bot lane from your last one. You can still pop a potion when it's right. Don't pop it when you're at like 80% health, because you can just last hit 3 or 4 creeps in 2 different waves, and you can get all your HP back. That's okay. But when you're at 50%, whoever pops their potion first will come out on the bottom, because their potion is going to run out sooner. It is okay to pop it really late, but don't like pop it when you're about to die, because you just lost 50 gold. Pop your not just your potions, but warding in the bush, because if you lose vision, you also lose your auto attack. So if you ult somebody and they enter the bush and you never had it warded, you just lost your ult. And it goes off cooldown though. It's like, so you'll get it back on your cooldown, so you can use it again. But some people can use projectile advantage, in which you shoot your ult. Let's say it's Trist, right? You shoot your ult, then you drop a Farsight trinket. It's gonna land because you see them. And now it's not a bug. It's actually it's not a bug. It's a feature. Dank memes. So use your wards, and even if you don't upgrade to Farsight, like this Draven did right here, because you notice these people didn't upgrade it. It's okay to use your yellow trinket to scout for vision, but also definitely just during team fights, a lot of places are warded, a lot of places aren't warded. Keeping vision on yourself can protect you. As an AD carry player, you need that protection, because if you can't see everyone, if someone comes out from the side, you're gonna die, or you're gonna get captured by a flanking ability. Let's say it's Riven, and she comes out of nowhere from a teleport that you didn't see because you had no vision of that area. A flash W, third proc of her Q would manage to screw you over, because you can't really escape that unless you ult yourself in time and react to it. Because most of the time, team fights, you're going to tunnel your eyes on one area where all the chaos is happening, and you ignore the rest of the map. It's not that it's easier for me probably, because I have the role of support in my mind, where I have to always look at every single person rather than look at the opponents, because my job as a utility player is to protect my teammates. So I'm always looking at my teammates, and I'm looking around rather than looking at somebody that's on me. As an AD carry player on Kindred, aside from using your ult, you can kite backwards, because the team fight's gonna happen like you can. It's called flow. So you can kite backwards like this way, until all the chaos is done happening, aka the tanks or the front line is on you. Then you go forward again. Because that's usually how team fights go. They shift forward this way, unless something reverses the flow and pushes it backwards the other way. In this case, in this team comp, you have flow advantage. You have Malphite, right? So the team fight's going this way. Let's say you're Kindred, and you have a Malphite on your team. So everybody's kiting backwards. You're jumping backwards. You already popped your ult, and then you're at a disadvantage. They're in a commanding position to win team fights as and even though you're Kindred and you're dealing a lot of damage with your crit build and stuff like that, their front line's pretty strong. Then Malphite comes in and swoops in like this way, and suddenly chaos happens, and then they have to kite backwards, because after getting knocked up, they're all locked down by the CC. You turn it around. So Kindred is good at doing that too. Kindred has a lot of flow in her. Some AD carries can't do that, like Ezreal. He goes backwards, but he also he goes backwards, and like once he arcane shifts backwards, it's harder for him to go back into the team fight properly. But someone like Triss can like abuse flow. Draven can't abuse flow because he's all over the place. It's kind of stupid. Kindred can definitely abuse flow simply because you have that hot little dash, and you deal a lot of damage, and that's why Blade of the Rune King is okay, because of the kiting ability, so you're able to continuously keep to your flow, whereas Triss already has a giant long range hop. She doesn't need to use Blade of the Rune King. Vayne, for instance, uses just damage now, because damage is okay, and then stuff like that. Let's see, another thing that I remembered was zoning. When Nasus was pushing up against you, just like in the last one, they had all these minions like right there, and then they had this like barrier over here, and because you're melee, and then you had your minions like right over. You had like 2 minions here, so you can go there, but you were standing like right here. You were standing right here, And then what had happened was, geez, you were standing right here, and I told you last time, like, this area is no man's land because, you know, his minions on top of your minions, and it's just gonna be chaos. But the intersection is no man's land. So that's the same concept that I have to repeat from last time because it happened again. It was only for a brief moment up at top lane at that one particular instance, but watch for that as an AD carry. If they do that to you though, you can punish them because you know he punished you for stepping out of bounds, so you can punish them for stepping out of bounds. You just have to be able to see it, and you know, of course, baiting people like that Nautilus did. So you can always rewatch the rewatch the VOD and see how Nautilus baited you. Nautilus baited you. He played it retardedly perfect. God. And let's see who else synergizes with Kindred really well. I think Sona would synergize with Kindred really well. If you ever have like a support that you would ever niche with, you know, like synergize completely with Bard, Sona, those that can long range and poke, maybe a little bit of Brand, but those are just some to name. Nami is just good because you're a pick champion, so she excels at making picks with you. So those are just some suggestions. So of when to pick Kindred into a certain matchup because Kindred Nami is short range, pick potential, late game, infinite sustain kind of kill. And then let's see, that's all I can think of for this section. Even though you didn't play AD carry, and I'm just trying to relay everything to AD carry. You gotta think how your opponent would play as if you were them. Your opponent would play like Draven would play as an ordinary Draven because he has his own playstyle. But how would this Tristana play? She would position herself like really far in the back line. So what do you do as Malphite? Look at the back line, not the front line, and then you ult that, and then you know they have to escape somehow, and then you zone them out of the fight, and then it's just gonna be a 4v4 of chaos, and you win. Now, how can you do that with Kindred? Well, you're already sitting in the back. Your goal is just to avoid the tanks that'll come in to try to kill you. So it's like the reverse situation. But you have to know how much their team comp can do, what their team comp can do to you. If you're Kindred in this situation instead of Draven, and you have the exact same team comp except you're Kindred, Shaco, Nasus, and Malzahar are the only people that can get onto you, unless Vel'Koz picks you off and you know it continues onward. So how would you deal with that? And how you deal with that, it makes you grow as a player. Because if you can't deal with it and you just get killed, then you know that's not gonna that shows your sign of improper positioning as a marksman. And marksmen have to excel at not only positioning but after because you can't siege opportunities because you know you say you're an opportunistic player. If there's no opportunity for you to do anything, how can you siege it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're dead, you can't do anything. Like that's the shortest sentence I can give for it. And I think that's it for now. Unfortunately, your replay died, so I couldn't coach on that one, and that's pretty unfortunate. I can always do another one if you feel like doing another one later down the line, because I'm thirsty as hell right now.
Yeah.
And I hope you get AD carry. Like you can like stream it. Like, hey, can you coach me right now? I'm in game as ADC, and I'm like, okay, something like that. Just like get my attention or something. As long as I'm not in game too, and then GG, and then you try to play that, and then that way I can actually teach you from the correct position.
Yeah.
Because fuck Malphite and fuck Nasus farm lane top. The only thing I can teach you is, yeah, you can farm like better or micro. Like the only things that are here is just micromanagement, and that's it. There's nothing like too high elo here because the game didn't last long enough for the high elo stuff to happen. You know?
Yeah.
And that's
I just
sad.
let myself be carried. I
Yeah.
didn't feed, and that's it.
Well, even as an AD carry, you can still allow yourself to be carried. I do that when I play AD carry because I'm mechanically not gifted. I have to actively be better at my own with my mechanics. It's kind of disheartening. Damn.
I mean, when if I have to let myself get carried as an AD, I just split push 24/7.
Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes you can also just group too. If you're allowing yourself to be, because then you can get free money. If everyone's carrying you, like, hey, do that again, but let me hit that one guy one time, get me an assist. That's pretty much how it happens. I went 146 as Trist, and I was just like, I don't need a kill here, so I'll just tap him once, and then I left, and then I got an assist, and I was like, hey, gold. So that was funny, and that's that.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, don't be afraid to allow yourself to get carried. Just don't be crazy about it. Like don't like make big plays because you're allowing yourself to be carried. Because look, you have the second least amount of gold, and Bard is like only like 1,000 behind you, and he went Medjaz. What the fuck? And then yeah. Uh, okay. This will this weird session will be up probably soon, I guess. From brief knowledge of top lane, teaching an AD carry player who doesn't play top lane how to play top lane.
Yeah.
Or not how to play. I didn't teach you anything about top lane. I was just teaching you. These are mechanics. These are things that are actually mechanics. I didn't think they were mechanics until I elaborated on it. Because not a lot of people like I haven't had a problem with the micro stuff because they either don't do it, but the situation never called for it, or they already did it. I guess I could say warding those bushes is actually more important than it should have been. Because the only time, because from your replay, I only told you to ward one bush, like, and that was the bottom bush, because that should be warded at all times by your support, as a countermeasure for invasion. But for this one was just a different story. You actually had to have when you were picking people off, that Nasus was, you were afraid of the Nasus because you knew what he could do to you. That's good. That's game knowledge. But what you didn't do is you warded it, so you don't know what he was gonna actually do. You don't know if he was gonna go on you or just like juke a skill shot from Bard. You know, so that is like game knowledge, but you're not your mechanics aren't caught up to your game knowledge. So I know he can kill me, but I don't know when he's gonna do it. If you reveal vision, you're like, okay, he's gonna do it, and then you back up. You respond accordingly after you get vision of him. Because if he started running away, your next assumption is you keep going forward because he's running away. You don't back up when he backs up because you're trying to kill him, and it makes no sense, you know. So
Yeah.
that was up there. So that's the just the having the vision of him pushes away all psychological aspects of, is he gonna kill me? Is he gonna run away? Is he trying to dodge a skill shot? What's he trying to do? What should I do? And then stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't help too much on AD carry because you didn't get it in solo queue, but you know you don't always get the role you want in solo queue. Just like I don't get support like 4 times in a row, and I suck ass and stuff like that, and lose all my LP. That's cool. It's okay. You gained LP from this one, so that's cool.
Yeah. I don't even know where my MMR is at. It seems like he's been
Probably a little bit
fluctuating.
above normal, but it's around the right time. It's around the right section because it's around the right section because I saw it was just a bunch of golds and like high silvers, so it's about right. Because you're getting golds to gold yourself, so therefore you should have that gold MMR, so it's okay. And that's it. For now, at least. All that I can think of from that for that 20-minute game. It wasn't really a stomp from your part, but you know, again, allowing yourself to get carried. It's okay.
Yeah. It's all you need to do sometimes.
Yeah. Especially as a support, Jesus. I do the carrying, but sometimes I do the feeding. Oh well. Okay. I'm down for another session, some other time. I have work tomorrow, and then you can just message me. Fortunate that this session could have been a lot better if you did get the role you wanted, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Not much should we go down about that.
Yeah. Like it's not on you. I mean, like you had no choice but to choose another role, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright then, I will see you next time.
Alright, you as well.
See ya.
Have a good Christmas.
You too. Happy holidays. Alright, guys, see you next time. Remember to follow me on at LOLVeggie, and I will see you guys in the next coaching session or video.